Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 13. It's titled, I Am Not Acting Crazy with You Tonight. I guess that's something Kirsten said to Shaquille when they were arguing or disagreeing. And this episode, they're supposed to take each other to where they grew up, someplace to where they grew up, and then they've got to write letters to their younger selves. I hate this type of stuff. I don't like these type of episodes. But let's get started. First up is Kirsten and Shaquille. So Kirsten shows Shaquille a beautiful house. It's sort of like a take your husband to work day, because she's a realtor, and they're she's showing him around his house. His house is gorgeous, it's beautiful, and they're talking about owning their own house and having kids, and the kids running up and down the house. So they're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So they sit down to talk, and she tells him that he can buy her a house when his lease is up in 3 months. And Shaquille told her that he's not financially ready to buy a house. He's still paying off his degree. And I think he's still in school, isn't he? Because that first episode when they were supposed to go to Jamaica, he had to go do a paper, present a paper in class. So I think he's still in class, right? So he ain't gonna be ready to buy a house no time soon. Yeah. And I think he came on this show to get money to pay off his student loans. Not to find a wife. I think he came here to pay off his student loans. Watch he's gonna say no on decision day, or if his debts aren't paid yet, he'll probably say yes on decision day, and then after a couple of weeks, he'll say they'll break up. Because that's what most of these couples do. They either come on here to promote their business or to get a little bit of money. I think that's what they do. I think what they need to do is have people on here that's in their late 40s, late 50s. Because people like that usually have their own homes. They're more established, I think. Most of them, anyway. Anyway, that Kirsten, she's a gangster. She flat out told Shaquille, you're going to have to buy us a house. And Shaquille said, you're not going to help me? And gangster Kirsten said, yes, I'll help. I'll be on the deed. She told him, I'm pushing out kids, so you're going to have to buy the house and the cars. Now, I'm not going to say if I agree or if I disagree with Kirsten, but what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say this to Shaquille. Shaquille, don't get married until you are financially ready. Because he's still in school. He's paying off student loans. He's not ready for wives and kids. For a wife and kids. He's not ready for that. He's still in school and he's got student loans. The experts should have told him that, right? Next scene, Kirsten takes Shaquille to the house she grew up in. She talks about sharing a room with her sister and brother and how they had bunk beds and how her father provided for them. And how happy they were until her parents got a divorce. And here comes gangster Kirsten again. She told
You're so welcome.
Shaquille,
Your kindness really gets me a
Alexa,
charge.
stop. Yeah, who said her name? Here comes gangster Kirsten again. She told Shaquille that her dad provided for his family. And that's why he needs to provide for her. Shaquille tells her that a man should provide, but he shouldn't be forced to provide. What is that? What is he talking about? Be forced to provide. If you have a wife and a kid, then I guess you should provide for them if you're the breadwinner of the family. If she's staying home having kids, being a housewife, who's going to provide for her and the kids? I don't know, Shaquille. Kirsten then tells Shaquille that she said her dad did not have to be told what to do. He automatically did what he was supposed to do. Then she tells the camera that she is scared to have Shaquille meet her father, because I guess he's not on the same level as her father. Well, what I have to say to you, Kirsten, is did you let the experts know that you wanted someone like your father, a provider, a person who provides for you? If you didn't tell them then then you get what you got. You know? You should have told the experts that you wanted someone like your father who provides for you, buy the house, buy the car, pay the bills, take care of you, take care of the kids. You should have told them that. I'm pretty sure you didn't. Because Shaquille can't do that. Shaquille, whatever his name is. He can't do that. He's still in school. He got student loans. He can't do any of that. Then Shaquille said he is going to ask her father for the blueprint on how to provide for a family. What? What are you talking about, Shaquille? A blueprint? Shaquille, the blueprint is don't have a family until you can afford to have a family. That's the blueprint, you know? Then Shaquille said he needs to have a conversation with her father to figure out why she feels the way she do. What? I don't understand what he's talking about. What does he think her father's going to say? Her father's going to say, you need to provide for my daughter. Right? Isn't that what any father would say? Anywho, next scene, they meet up with Shaquille's godmother and godsister, and they sit down to eat, and the food looks good, some type of pasta stuff. It looks good. And they show pictures of Shaquille. The godmother shows Kirsten pictures of Shaquille of when he was younger, and then they talk about how Shaquille keeps the family together, and then they talk about the horrible car accident that happened when he was thrown from the car. Everybody, I think, was thrown from the car, and he was tangled up in barbed wire. But I think that barbed wire saved his life. Imagine if that barbed wire wasn't there and he was just flung out of the car. You know? Could have broke his neck. You know, anything could have happened. I think that barbed wire, even though it scarred him, it saved his life. Next, Jasmine and Aries. Jasmine's friend comes over for a visit, and Jasmine is telling her friend how hard marriage is. Jasmine, she contradicts herself though. She said that she was happy when she saw Aries. She said she thought he was cute. And she said as long as somebody's cute, they're attractive. Then she said she's attracted to the way somebody treats her. But he's treating you like crap, so you can't be attracted to that. Aries is treating you like crap. Going around telling everybody he don't find you attractive and there's nothing about you he like. He's treating you like crap. She tells her friend that her and Aries can work. They can work. That their relationship can work if he puts in more work. But I say this every week. Jasmine, Aries is not attracted to you. He does not want to make it work. He doesn't. And I think he is trying very hard to get the audience sympathy. That's what I think Aries is trying to do. Next scene. Aries takes Jasmine to a card shop. I guess he collected cards when he was a child. He tells her about being an only child and moving around a lot and going to new schools. He talks about leaving bad relationships. He said when he's in a relationship and it gets bad, he doesn't stay in. He just leaves. And that's what he's supposed to do. Hell, relationship is horrible. Leave. And if he's this type of person that just leaves and don't even try, well, I just said he should leave, but try a little bit. If he's the type of person that just leaves a relationship as soon as it gets difficult, then why did he get on this show? You know, why did he come on this show? Because this show is all about working through problems. He's not the type of person that want to work through problems. He want to leave. I think maybe he's here to pay off his student loans also, just like Shaquille. So Jasmine is scared Aries is going to cut and leave too if the relationship is not working. Yeah, he's going to leave. On decision day, he's going to say no, girlfriend. He's going to say no. Anyway, next scene. Aries he writes a letter to his younger self. And I'm just going to skip through it because I hate this part. So he says to his younger self, you won't be confused forever. You won't always feel alone. You will travel. Love your mother. Forgive father for dying. It's okay to express your feelings. Because he's saying nobody tell little black boys that it's okay to express their feelings. You got to tell them that. You got to tell them that. I tell you what, my kids were growing up, they expressed their feelings. 2 little black boys, they expressed their feelings. Thank you very much. Anyway, Jasmine, she wrote a letter to herself. Jasmine said, she kept it light. She said, you feel like you are on top of the world. You are supported, loved, and happy. There will be people who don't value you. Don't let it affect who you are. Things will get better. You will accomplish your dreams. When she said this, I thought she was talking about Aries. When she said, there will be people who don't value you, I thought she was talking about Aries. And then she said, don't let it affect who you are and things will get better. I thought she was talking about Aries. But apparently she was bullied while she was growing up, and I guess that's what she was referring to. So, my papers are stuck together. Next is Nicole and Chris. They go to an Italian deli, a place Nicole likes. And there's lots of flies flying around. We see them doing this. So I guess there was flies flying around. So she tells Chris about her growing up. She basically said she was spoiled rotten. When she got to high school, she did whatever she wanted to do. She said she was lying a lot and cutting school and staying out late. And she did all this while in Catholic school. She said she hung around bad people and got bad grades. She said it was peer pressure. She said she wanted to hang out with the cool kids. See, now she's telling Chris this, and this happened in high school. High school, she cut school. There's a fly in here, or a gnat in here. The nerve. She said in high school, she cut school, she hung out with kids, she got bad grades. High school, she's talking about high school. But no, Chris didn't hear. This friggin' gnat is, oh no, see, this is not going to work for me. Oy. Anyway, so Chris, I don't think he heard the word high school. Chris tells the camera that he would not want to be married to Nicole when she was younger because her behavior reminds him of his exes. She's talking about when she was in high school, Chris. She's not talking about when she was an adult doing all this. She was in high school, cutting school, getting bad grades, hanging around bad kids. What are you talking about? She was acting like your exes. Oh, Chris, stop. So Chris' letter to his younger self was, stand up for what you believe in. Don't let anyone walk all over you. Build strong relationship with dad. Tell your mom how much you hated her boyfriend. He didn't say those exact words, but basically that's what he said. Chris said his mother's boyfriend was, there's some words here I'm going to say. I don't think I'm supposed to be saying them on YouTube, but I'm not getting paid for this video. I think it's people who get paid for their videos and say trigger words that it messes them up and they don't get paid. But I'm not getting paid for this video, so I think I can say what I need to say, right? Anyway, Chris said his mother's boyfriend was an alcoholic. I'm supposed to say that word. He was verbally abusive. I'm supposed to say that word. He would throw stuff, break stuff, and he threatened to kill. Not supposed to say the word. Kill the dog because the dog did number 2 and pee in somebody else's yard. So Nicole's letter said she is going through changes. You don't know everything. People will take advantage of you, so be smart. Enjoy life. You are worthy of love. You will meet a wonderful man. Be open and give him your best self. You grow up to be fabulous. So Chris asked her why didn't she feel she was worthy. Nicole said because of her bad relationships. They made her feel like she wasn't worthy. And so then Chris asked her if she is worried if her heart will be broken now. By him, I guess. She said yes. And she is, because she says she tiptoed around him because she's afraid she'll say or do something wrong and he'll dump her. She said that several times. But I know Chris is not worried that his heart will be broken because his heart is not into this at all. Next scene, Chris takes Nicole to a paint store because when he was growing up, his father owned a paint store and he used to work for his father. I guess nobody's originally from Nashville because you're supposed to take them to places that, they're where you grew up. Chris said growing up was tough. He said his mother and father were divorced when he was very young. He saw his father every other weekend. He said he didn't like the way his father talked to him, so he didn't look up to his father. He said he knows that his father loved him, but he didn't like working for his father. He said his father wanted things done perfectly. He said he did not learn to be a man from his father. Of course, the man owns a paint shop, and you're working there for him. He wants things done perfectly. This is how he makes his bread. what is it, bread and butter. This is how he makes his money. You got to do things right. You can't be in his paint shop messing stuff up. So you know what? Nicole and Chris, they do have a lot in common. They both had horrible, horrible, horrible relationships. Both their parents divorced when they were very, very young, and they both have daddy issues. But and Chris said him and his father, they're good now because his father helped him take care of his dog. Next, Gina and Clint. Clint takes Gina to a soccer field in the rain. They're standing there talking in the rain. And he tells her as a child he was short but had big feet. And whenever Clint is talking, Gina butts in and she starts talking over him. She's so friggin' annoying. Anyway, they play a little soccer, and Gina needs to put on underwear. She does not wear underwear. Her butt be jiggling all over the place. Put on some underwear, Gina. Stop. You're on national TV, for Christ's sake. So Gina takes Clint to her hair school. First she said she went to college to do broadcasting, and then I guess she didn't like that, so then she decided to go to hair school. And she shows Clint around the school. And she said one day she's gonna hopefully she'll own her own school. I guess that's her goal. And she said while she was in hair school, she was a bartender. Damn, at least she had another job to support herself while she was going through hair school. Next scene, Gina have a whole bunch of females come over to the apartment. And I guess these are her employees on her payroll because they're all talking nice about her. They're all saying nice, wonderful, amazing things about her. Gina is fun. Gina is organized. Gina is helpful. Gina is nice. Gina is patient. Gina is a multitasker. Gina is the best. It's our cheerleaders. She brought over her cheerleaders. And I think Clint was feeling one of the ladies because he asked her, who's married and who's single? And there was a couple of pretty ladies there. Clint, you better get that number because Gina don't want you, so get somebody's number. Next up, Shaquille, Kirsten, Jasmine, and Aries, they meet up to shoot archery at each other. That wouldn't be me. I wouldn't do that. That's not fun. I wouldn't like that. Not for me. After they are done shooting arrows at each other, Shaquille and Jasmine have a chat. And Jasmine tells Shaquille that Aries is opening up to her, so they are moving in the right direction. She said someday she feels like they are going to be married forever. I don't know where she get that from. And then she said someday she feels like he's counting down the days till decision day. Yeah, he's counting down those days. I believe he's counting down those days. So Shaquille tells Jasmine that she's beautiful inside and out. How does he know that? How does he know she's beautiful inside and out? Do you know anything about Jasmine? Come on, Shaquille. Shaquille tells Jasmine that Kirsten has a lot of expectations. She wants him to buy her a house and a car. And then Jasmine got him to say that it bothers him that he hasn't met Kirsten's father yet. But he's got sweat all over his forehead. I wish he'd wipe the damn sweat off. It was annoying the crap out of me. Ooh. So Aries and Kirsten, they sit down to talk. And Kirsten tells Aries that her attraction for Shaquille is growing and how wonderful and nice Shaquille is. But then she said their communication sucks. She didn't ask to say that, but that's what she meant. And you know what? Aries said he likes big butt women. Why they let Kirsten go off by herself with him? Huh? He likes big butt women. Right? She shouldn't be going off alone with him. They didn't really show them doing anything and saying anything. Why, I don't know. Next, Nicole and Chris, they did a painting together. The scene was a bit corny. Nicole put on a fake mustache, and they did some fake Italian accent and an old man accent. Corny scene. Next, Jasmine and Aries. Aries reads a letter to Jasmine that his father wrote to his mother. And the letter basically said that he wants to be a better man. And he wants to get to know his sons and be in their lives. Next, last but not least, Kirsten and Shaquille. They are in their apartment, and Kirsten is eating a salad. She asked Shaquille how did her talk with Jasmine go. And Shaquille told her that he told Jasmine that Kirsten has high expectations for him to buy her a house. And Kirsten said that is not a high expectation. And then Kirsten said she would love it if Shaquille could replace her Mercedes with a Lamborghini. This biggest shedding. A Lamborghini. Shaquille said he can replace her Mercedes with a Honda. Kirsten told him that she was joking, and he told her that. He said, "No, you're not. You weren't joking." She told him she was joking about the car. "I'm not joking about the house. I'm joking about the car." Kirsten told him that she knows people whose husbands bought them houses and cars and stuff. Shaquille said, "Well, do you want to be married to them?" This friggin' nut is getting on my nerves. So Shaquille said, "Do you want to be married to them?" So she told him basically to calm down and stop acting crazy. He told her to stop comparing their relationship to other people's relationship. And Kirsten, she tries to end the conversation. She said she's not talking about this anymore because they already talked about it. And Shaquille told her that he wants to talk about it now. Then he tells her to chew her food and swallow it before she talks to him. He didn't say those exact words, but that's what he meant. So she asked him to, she said, she covers up her mouth. She goes, "Well, I'm covering up my mouth." He said, "Well, I can still hear you chewing." So she asked him for a napkin. And you know what? Shaquille feels inadequate because she wants him to buy house and cars, and he can't afford that crap. So he feels inadequate. So he's trying to make her feel inadequate about her chewing. That's what I think is happening right here, right now. You know? So she asks him for a napkin. He gives her a napkin. And to end the conversation, she tells him that she was only joking with him. But Shaquille is a dog with a bone. He's not letting her off the hook. He brings up her telling him that she says she don't like all these, when he jokes around, so why is she joking around? And of course, the messy producer shows a clip of her telling him he jokes around too much. But then she tells him that once they get, to a certain point in their marriage, they can see how much they are approved for a house. And he said, last time you said me, you said I had to buy the house. Now you're saying we? She basically told him to calm down and everything's going to be okay. And I was liking Shaquille. I was liking Shaquille, but this episode, he got on my damn nerves. He was so freaking annoying to me. That's something for a couple to sit down and discuss. Whether she's going to be the stay-at-home mom, she's going to stay home, take care of the house, have the kids, take care of the kids while he go out and make the money. That's a topic for them to sit down and talk about. He was just getting on my nerves this entire time. If she's not working, if she's staying home taking care of the kids, then she's not going to have any money to contribute to buying a house. Shaquille. Anyway, this is the end of my review. Princess on a Pillow here. Next week is going to be better. The sex illologist, or whatever her title is, she comes on and she get in their arms. So next week I think it's going to be a lot better. Thank you for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.